This is the Samsung Galaxy M51, the latest in the Galaxy M series that has helped this series leap beyond the 25,000 rupee price point. And while most other manufacturers are out there chasing performance, Samsung is in a completely different race with the Galaxy M51. You see, this phone packs in a 7000 mAh battery. You heard it right, it's a 7000 mAh battery. But is it a one-trick pony, or does it have some new tricks up its sleeve? Well, you're about to find out. Hi, I'm Aditya. You're watching Gadgets 360 and this is the full review of the Galaxy M51. Before I go ahead, be sure you are subscribed to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you're the first to know when we have a new video. During my first impressions with the device, I had a few concerns about its size and weight, but after using the smartphone for a few days, I can say that it is easy to live with. One might think that a 7000 mAh battery would make a phone very bulky, but that isn't the case here. In terms of build materials, it sports a glass-stick back, and I wouldn't be surprised if people mistake it for a smartphone from the Galaxy A series. Moving on, it comes with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner tucked inside the power button, and it is easily accessible with both hands. At the front, you have this huge 6.7-inch Infinity O display. The screen borders are thin all around. The size and the tall aspect ratio makes it hard to reach the top of the display while holding the smartphone in one hand. Now let's talk about specifications. The Galaxy M51 is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor and comes in 6GB and 8GB RAM variants. The storage is the same in both variants at 128GB, but it does come with a dedicated microSD card slot. I observed snappy performance during my time with this phone and it never showed any signs of slowing down. Asphalt 9 ran well at the default quality and bumping it up to high did not cause any stutters either. The Galaxy M51 could run this game without any lag. Playing the game for 15 minutes resulted in a 2% drop in the battery level. The phone wasn't warm to the touch. The software is the standard Samsung affair. It runs One UI with Android 10 at its heart. Since the top of the tall display is hard to reach, Samsung has also added a gesture that lets you pull down the notification shade and quick toggles by swiping down on the fingerprint scanner, which is very helpful. Now, let's take a moment and talk about the big 7000 mAh battery. With my basic usage, the phone lasted me for over 2 days on a single charge. Interestingly, the Galaxy M51 managed to last for 32 hours in our HD video loop test, which is quite high. And that 25-watt charger, it takes about 2 hours to charge the phone completely. Moving on to the cameras, we have a quad camera setup here, and the configuration is quite similar to what we saw on the Galaxy M31s. There's a 64 megapixel primary camera accompanied by a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel macro and a 5 megapixel depth camera. Photos taken in daylight turned out well with good details and decent dynamic range. Objects at a distance were recognizable and some text was legible. The Galaxy M51 also enables HDR automatically in bright scenes, resulting in good shots. I found the wide-angle camera to be useful for capturing a wide field of view, but there was noticeable distortion at the edges of the photos, and since it's a lower resolution, you lose out on details as well. Close-up shots taken with the Galaxy M51 were sharp and had a soft depth effect for the background. The Galaxy M31s's single-take feature is also present here and offers multiple output options after recording a 15-second clip. Low-light camera performance was decent and photos looked good as is, but you will notice fine grain on zooming in. There is also a night mode which applies to both the primary and the ultra-wide camera. It crops the primary sensor's output to minimize shakes and delivers slightly brighter photos with better details. Selfies taken with the Galaxy M51 were very good and the phone smoothens them by default. Photos are shot at 8 megapixels, but you can switch to a wider 12 megapixel resolution. You also have the option to capture 32 megapixel full resolution selfies. In low light, the selfie camera performed well and managed to capture good details. Video recording tops out at 4K for the primary as well as the selfie cameras. There is a slight shimmer effect at 1080p as well as 4K in the smartphone priced to stabilize footage. This is visible while shooting in daylight as well as in low light. Samsung does offer a super steady mode which uses the ultra wide angle camera and does a much better job. However, it only shoots at 1080p and the output in low light was a little darker. With the Samsung Galaxy M51, the Galaxy M series now caters to a much wider range of prices. I am sure the Galaxy M51 has grabbed a lot of attention because of its 7000 mAh battery, and it really does deliver very good battery life. The Snapdragon 730G SoC also offers good performance and will keep people happy at this price point. The cameras are good, but video stabilization could do with some tweaks to improve performance. The Galaxy M51 will easily outlast all of the competition with each charge, and if battery life is very high on your priority list, then the Galaxy M51 is a strong contender. The OnePlus Nord though is a suitable alternative if you want something that's focused on performance in general. So that was my full review of the Galaxy M51. Now what do you think about the smartphone? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.